Let's head south now, which is apparently where the weather is going to. Civil Defence is urging Dunedin residents to stay off the roads after torrential rain caused widespread flooding and slips around the city this afternoon. A heavy rain warning is in place for the next few hours, and residents are being urged to conserve water to ease pressure on the wastewater system. A call for volunteers to bring their shovels and fill sandbags in South Dunedin was made by Civil Defence late this afternoon, and surface flooding at Dunedin Airport forced at least one Air New Zealand flight to abort its landing and to fly to Christchurch. A short time ago, I asked Metservice Meteorologist Lisa Murray what was in store for the rest of the country and when Dunedin residents could expect a reprieve.
Well, Dunedin have had quite a lot of rainfall, particularly in the last few hours. To give you an idea, when we start getting about 6 millimetres of rain in an hour, we call it heavy rain. And there are parts of Dunedin that have seen 12.5 millimetres or 11 millimetres in an hour. So quite substantial rainfall going on, and for probably the last 3 or 4 hours. So the accumulations there are starting to certainly rise.
So almost twice what you would consider to be heavy rain. How long are you expecting it to last? Do you know yet?
Well, the heaviest falls seem to have gone through now. Now, it's not to say that the rain is going to stop. So although the heaviest falls have gone through, it will keep ticking over, and we are expecting more rainfall there. Unfortunately, we've had reports that the rivers have been rising quite rapidly in those heavy downpours, which is very typical of that. And there is some concerns down there as well about river flooding.
So what is causing it? Where's it coming from?
So we have a low, quite a slow-moving low sitting off just southeast of Banks Peninsula, and what that's doing is bringing quite an easterly flow right into Dunedin, so it's pushing really moist air off the ocean into over the land into that Dunedin and Otago area. And that combined with the air aloft, if you want to think of it, or in the upper atmosphere, is really cold. This makes a really unstable environment. Warm air at the bottom, colder at the top. And so we get a lot of sort of decent heavy falls. We're seeing convection right around the country in different parts due to this cold pool of air above us.
Yeah, I don't want to be in Auckland winter, Lisa, but it's not particularly warm up here.
No, only about 14 degrees in Auckland, and although people down in Dunedin are well used to 14 degrees, that's not usual for November. Now, we've had a particularly cold outblast thanks to this low dragging up this really cold air and pushing it right up the country. So down to about 10 degrees overnight tonight in Auckland, and another cooler day tomorrow, maximum temperature maybe 16 degrees, and again an overnight minimum of about 11. So quite, not just for Auckland though, but right across the country, some cooler temperatures around, certainly in Wellington, feeling that southerly. And although the forecast temperature is one thing that feels like temperature, when you get the wind chill added to it, is even colder.
You've caused my jaw to drop open. 10 degrees in Auckland overnight. Could you whip up a bit of sunshine for us, please? Please.
I wish I could, order it, but it's not quite that easy. There is plenty of low convective showers around that Northland, Auckland, Waikato, Bay of Plenty region at the moment, even central North Island. And if you do get caught under one of these showers, they can be quite heavy. You could get some surface flooding, poor visibility when driving. So it's just, as a precaution, take care out there. You can track them on the Metservice radar if you're that way inclined and are interested in the heavier showers. But there are quite a few showers around that region. In fact, right around the country, we have quite a bit going on. Christchurch is also having a very grey and wet day.
And that was Lisa Murray from the Metservice. As she said, if you want to keep a close eye on it, you can watch on the Metservice radar online.